My brother got married while I was in surgery after a devastating injury, and my family blamed me for ruining his wedding. 2 years ago, I took a construction job to help pay for Trevor's wedding expenses. I wanted to contribute since money was tight, and I knew how important this day was to him. I was working on scaffolding when it collapsed. I fell 3 stories. I remember hitting the ground. The pain was unreal. Broke my spine in 2 places, shattered my leg, broke 3 ribs. I was rushed into emergency surgery. The doctors told me later I was lucky to be alive. The hospital called my parents while I was being prepped. My mom answered. Here's what she told the doctor. We can't come right now. It's 2 days before my son's wedding, and we have too much to handle. Not, is he okay? Not, we'll be right there. Just, we're busy. I was in surgery for 6 hours. When I woke up, the only person there was my best friend Levi. He'd gotten a call from the hospital since he was my emergency contact at work. He stayed the entire time. My parents didn't show up that night or the next day. I spent that first week in the most pain I've ever experienced. I couldn't move without help. I couldn't even sit up. The nurses kept asking where my family was. I didn't know what to tell them. When I could finally use my phone, I called my mom. Straight to voicemail. I called my dad. Same thing. I texted them both. I'm awake. Please come. Nothing. I texted Trevor. Hey, I know the wedding is soon, but I really need you guys. Read receipt. No response. Levi and his girlfriend stayed with me every day. They brought me food the hospital cafeteria didn't have. They smuggled in my favorite snacks. They kept me sane. But every time visiting hours started, I'd look at the door hoping to see my family. They never came. The wedding day arrived. I was still in the ICU. That morning I got a voicemail from my mom. She said, honey, we're so sorry we haven't been able to visit. Today's Trevor's big day and we just can't be in 2 places at once. We'll come see you in a few days. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're feeling better. Like I had the flu. Trevor never called. Not once. Later, I found out why. My parents had told him about the accident and he'd said, and I quote, don't let this become drama at my wedding. We can deal with it after. I was his little brother. I'd agreed to be his best man and I was drama. The wedding happened without me. I saw the photos later on Facebook. Everyone smiling, dancing, celebrating. My parents posted about the perfect day and their perfect son. Not a single mention of me. 3 weeks went by. I was transferred to a rehab facility. I had to relearn how to walk. The physical therapy was brutal. Every step felt like my spine was going to snap again. Levi's parents offered to let me stay with them during recovery. They became the family mine refused to be. Week 4, my parents finally showed up at the rehab center. I thought maybe they'd come to apologize, to explain, to check on me. Instead, my mom sat down and said, we need to talk about what you did. I was confused. What I did. She said some relatives had heard about my accident and were upset they didn't come to the hospital. Apparently, this had caused tension at the wedding reception. Some people left early. Some people made comments. My dad chimed in. You really couldn't have waited a few more days to have your accident. Did you have to make everything about you? I stared at them. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Trevor was there too. He said, look, I get that you were hurt, but you have to understand, this was supposed to be my day, the happiest day of my life, and instead, half the guests were whispering about you. They blamed me for having an accident, for nearly dying, for existing. I told them to leave. I didn't speak to them for 2 years. Then, 2 months ago, my cousin Michelle reached out. She asked why I disappeared from the family. She seemed genuinely concerned, so I told her everything. The accident, the abandonment, the blame. She was horrified. She had no idea. Turns out my parents had told everyone I'd been too busy with work to attend the wedding and had gone off the grid afterward, ignoring all their attempts to reach out. They'd made me the villain. Michelle told her mom, who told her siblings. Within a week, the entire extended family knew the truth. My phone exploded with messages. Aunts, uncles, cousins, all apologizing for believing the lies. All furious at my parents and Trevor. Now, no one will talk to them. Family gatherings have stopped because people refuse to be in the same room with them. Trevor's wife's family found out too, and apparently there's been tension there as well. My parents called me last week, screaming, saying I've destroyed this family, that I'm vindictive and cruel for turning everyone against them. I told them they did this to themselves. Then I hung up, and honestly, I've never felt more at peace.